Do you listen to the signs and pay attention to the signals, the synchronicities that the universe drops in front of you? I'm Sonia Davis, spiritual growth strategist, and these are your Wednesday wanderings. I'm out in my local park. Let's have a little look around. Look, it's lovely. It's nice and empty. It's always nice when it's a bit cooler today, so it's not quite as warm as normal. The more astute among you will notice that this isn't actually Wednesday, it's Thursday. But do you know what? Sometimes life happens. And one of the things that I've learned is to listen to what my body needs. And yesterday it needed me not to come out of the house and do this. So here you go, a day later than normal, but it's still the same principle. So here we are. So yeah, signs, synchronicities, the universe. Do you listen to them? Do you know how to listen to them? Do you know how to pay attention to whether it is a sign and understand whether it is a sign or whether it's just something random happening? Well, let's have a little chat about that. The signs from the universe drop in front of you. Usually when they're trying to tell you something, they're trying to get you to pay attention, they're trying to get you to notice something. And how does this work? So signs might be something like seeing repeating numbers, like 11:11 on the clock, or 22:22, or 33 everywhere, and you see the same number over and over and over again. That's a sign. That's the universe showing you something. Or you may get little angel feathers on the ground. Feathers from birds that are dropped on the ground in front of you, and you go, oh, hang on, I'm noticing that. Now, the reality is, those things happen all the time, right? 11:11 on the clock happens every single day. What doesn't happen every single day is you noticing it. And that's the difference, okay? The bird feather on the floor as you're walking, there are loads of feathers around. Birds practically, logistically shed feathers all the time. There are always feathers around, but you don't always notice them. And that works because your brain, got a little bit of psychiatry here, brain chemistry, biology. I'm not a scientist, you can probably tell. Your brain has a reticular activating system. Now, bear with me, I'll give you very brief headlines on this. Don't worry, I'm not going into lots of detail. Your brain subconsciously receives over 1 million pieces of information every second. Just think about that for a minute. That is a monumental volume of information. If you were consciously aware of that, you'd be overwhelmed, right? I mean, literally, you would explode with information overload. So your brain has a system to stop you disintegrating in overwhelm, and it filters out about 99% of that. It's still there. Your brain at a subconscious level is still registering those 1 million plus things every second. But only about, I don't know, numbers vary, but say for the sake of argument 40 or 50 of those actually land in your brain every second, in your conscious brain. And that's things like the smells, the sounds, the colours, the light, the feeling, the temperature, all of those things, they're all bits of information that are landing in your brain. And in order to keep you safe, your reticular activating system, think of it a bit like a sort of a periscope out in your brain, looking around, trying to work out which piece of information from the 1 million happening, which 40 or 50 do you actually need to know about. That's what your reticular activating system is doing. Now, the problem with that is that your reticular activating system isn't filtering based on what necessarily you might choose. Okay, it decides what it wants you to know. And that comes from various bits of programming along the way, and that's okay because, oh, hang on, I'm just going to walk past. Let's just move past here. Right, that's the problem with being in a public park. Sometimes you have to walk past people who go, what on earth is that woman doing walking around talking to her phone like this? So, you don't consciously choose which bits of information your reticular activating system, your personal periscope for your brain, is choosing to show you, right? It programs itself based on the information it has. And I'm not going to go into all the details of this, okay, because I did a masterclass on it once. It's on my website under the free resources if you want to go and watch that one, and how it holds you back and how it's trying to keep you safe, right? It's an evolutionary biological thing. It's trying to keep you safe. My point of telling you this is not to give you a lesson in how that all works. Not today, anyway. But based on the fact that your reticular activating system is choosing the bits of information it gives you, that means that there's something in you, and it's usually your instincts, which aren't about your brain. Your subconscious mind is being fed by your instincts, which are saying this is the thing to pay attention to. Your reticular activating system is listening to your subconscious mind and your instincts far better than you ever can. Trust me on this. It's not possible for you to listen to it as well as your reticular activating system does. And it says, right, I'm going to show you little bits of information that I want you to pay attention to. I want you to notice this. So the fact that 99% of the information available to you in any moment in your brain is filtered out, there's a reason why those pieces of information, like 11:11 on the clock or whatever it may be, the feather on the ground in front of you, there's a reason why you notice that in that time, in that moment. And that is because your instincts know that that's something the universe is trying to get you to pay attention to. It's not by accident that you see that thing or you keep seeing it. I keep seeing, certainly last week I was seeing repeat numbers. So things like I was on the clock, I was seeing 10:10, 11:11, 12:12, 13:13, and all of those all through the day. And it's like the universe is trying to tell me something here. It wants me to pay attention to something. And when that happens, it's usually a good idea to pay attention to it. What do the signs mean? Well, that's where it gets more complicated, because your instincts already know the answer to that. So if you're not sure, maybe think about, if you start seeing those signs, if you start seeing little glimmers and little time checks, and it's not just those, by the way, I'm just using those as an example. If you start seeing those, I'm going to swap hands because that arm's getting tired. Start paying attention. That's what the ask is here, is that you pay attention to these things. And that might be after every time, say you notice 11:11 on the clock, 12:12, whatever it may be, what happened or what has happened immediately before, or what always happens immediately after that. Start to notice the patterns, because that's the information that you're being asked to pay attention to. So if, say, you've just had a really big conversation with someone and you've got to make a really big decision, and you come off that call and suddenly there's 11:11 on your clock, or whatever it is, or you see a feather on the ground, or whatever the thing is, Listen to your instincts and go, what's this trying to tell me? It's trying to give me a message here. It's trying to say, yes, this is the decision I want to make. Or it's trying to say, don't do that, that's the wrong thing, right? It's really trying to get you to pay attention. That's what those signs are. If you start seeing the same thing repeated over and over again, it's usually a sign that the universe and your instincts want you to pay attention. Oh, that was a bit of a hill I just walked up there. I've come to my favourite tree. Love this tree. It's huge. It's enormous. Look at it. Love standing under this canopy. It's really big. Can you see behind me how far away the canopy drops down to? It's beautiful. And look, I'm gonna, just hold on to the tree. Do you know what? I'm gonna go in for a hug because, this tree is just the best. It's the most grounded, beautiful tree in the park. They're all beautiful, but this one, how beautiful. So, signs, synchronicities, nudges from the universe. Have a think about where you're noticing them because it's trying to draw your attention to something. And if in doubt, always trust your instincts. We've all had experiences where we haven't trusted our instincts, and you don't need me to tell you that that's never gone well, right? Whether that's with a decision, whether that's with a person, whether that's a situation, a journey, whatever it is. When you trust your instincts, it's always right. Always, always, always right. The universe wants you to know that you can trust your instincts, and those signs that you get are a real signal that, yeah, you're doing the right thing. Whatever it is, even if you're really scared by the thing that you're talking about, it's right. It's absolutely right. And that's what the car driving around the park, that's random. Threw me off track completely there. Anyway, I'm going back to my tree. I'm here with my tree, having a hug. Yeah. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Trust your instincts. The universe is trying to communicate with you. Right now, my instincts are saying, I've waffled enough. It's time to lean into this hug and let you go. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Please don't forget to like this video if it's been of any use, and do reach out to me if any of this you want to talk about. I'm always happy to have a chat. One of the things I'm doing at the moment is the doors to my membership community, the Sacred Success Lounge, are open, and this is the kind of thing that we dive into a lot more and in a lot more depth in there. If you want the details, I'll drop the link below, or you're welcome to book a call with me. Just send me a message or comment below. Comment below this video and let me know, and I'll get in touch with you privately and we can have a chat. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to finish off my hug with the tree and then head back home again. So have a beautiful day. I'm sending you light and blessings, and I will be back again next Monday with my weekly guidance on the energies for the week ahead. Take care. Sending you lots of love.